Vanderstelt, and I'm a real estate agent in Northwest Indiana with Listing Leaders, and I lead the real estate website quadwalls.com. I'm here with my September 2022 Northwest Indiana real estate trends market update. Let's dive in and take a look. During August, sales were down, but prices were up and home inventory increased. Looking at sold homes, 9% fewer home sales occurred in August of 22 compared to August of 21. Looking at houses, the average sale price for a single family home, so a house, was $293,831 in August. That's a 10% increase from a year ago. The median sale price was $257,500, up 7% from a year ago. Average price per square foot, $144, so up 8% from a year ago. Looking at condos, those had an average home sale price of $215,839, so up 9% from a year ago. The median sale price was $185,000, which is basically flat from a year ago, basically unchanged. The average price per square foot came in at $156.50, which is up 8% from a year ago. Townhomes and half duplexes, average sale price increased 13% to just over $277,000. Median sale price was up 15% to $270,000, and the average price per square foot came in at $171.10, up 16% from a year ago. Last category I like to look at is luxury homes. Luxury homes accounted for 9% of the home sales in Northwest Indiana. To me, luxury home is $500,000 or more. So if you close at $500,000 or more, it's a luxury home. I count that because that's usually 10% of the market, less than 10% of the market. We see in August that it was just 9% of the market. Average sale price of those homes was $662,000. Median sale price was $619.5. Average price per square foot was $187. All three of those are up 2% from a year ago. So you see home prices increased in every category, which is pretty interesting to me, especially with the way people have been talking about the housing market. Looking at inventory, we started September with right about 1,800 homes available for sale. That's 33% more than a year ago. We have 44 days of inventory right now. So we're seeing inventory expand, but it's not expanding as quickly though as it was back in May, June, and July. So that's also an interesting sign to me. Single family homes, just looking at houses that are for sale right now, average list price $383,346. That's up 3% from a year ago. Median sale price $326,990. That's up 15%. Average price per square foot $162, up 8%. Looking at luxury homes, homes listed right now for over $500,000. They make up 18% of the market, so quite a bit of the market there. Average price per home is in the luxury categories $854. Median list price right now $678.5. Those are down 5% and 6% respectively. Average price per square foot, an eye-popping $240, up 6% from a year ago. So maybe a little bit of some optimistic pricing there in the luxury market. I'd like to end this video with a forecast and some advice. So I've got 3 points in my forecast this month. So first one, home buyers will remain price sensitive due to the higher cost of living. So we saw, we've been dealing with the inflation thing in 2022. I think we're all tired of hearing about it, talking about it. It just sounds like the same broken record conversation. I think home buyers have become really price sensitive in the last 4 or 5 months, 6 months. Probably as they see the cost of goods and everyday life increasing so much, cost to borrow money to buy a home increasing so much. Home buyers are just being a lot more price sensitive. What it probably is coming down to is, kind of the analogy that I'm using is, a year ago, every 4-bedroom house that had any inkling of modern interior features, I don't mean finishes, just features like a main bedroom, bathroom, 4-bedroom house in Valparaiso, it was probably going to sell for at least $400,000. Today, we see some 4-bedroom homes in Valparaiso that don't get $400,000. It's like, to be the highest price to be at the upper end of the pack of homes like yours, you've got to just try a little bit harder. And I'm going to get to that with some advice for some home sellers. Home sellers should be prepared just to see buyers be a little bit more price sensitive, putting a little bit more value on finishes, and not just buying a home at a high price because of the core features it has, like a bedroom count and bathroom count and some modern interior features. Another thing that I forecast a lot of home buyers are going to miss the great opportunity that's in front of them right now. Home buyers actually have a really strong opportunity. Unfortunately, the different lead generation resources I use are just indicating less and less traffic lately. I think that that's a real shame. Sorry. Talking too fast and forgot to breathe. I promise I'm not tired. It's noon on a Friday, so wide awake, just forgetting to breathe. But home buyers have a really good opportunity in front of them right now. When I get to the next section, advice for buyers, I'm going to explain that a little bit more. Mortgage rates are probably going to stay volatile. So we just watched the Federal Reserve leadership finish up their annual conference in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. They came out of that giving some commentary. It was short commentary, but it was strong commentary, strong language. It seems the Federal Reserve is going to be pretty on course with continuing to stop inflation and get in front of that. Therefore, they're probably going to continue raising the interest rate on raising the interest rate at the Fed level. Now, every time that the Federal Reserve increases the interest rate, do not think that mortgage rates just automatically increase along with it. There's a few more variables that affect mortgage rates. We actually saw mortgage rates kind of spike in June and early July, and since then they've come down. I mean, they have to look at, and some of those variables that affect mortgage rates are the demand in the country for mortgages, alternative investments that the investors who buy mortgages could make. Could they make more money in a safer investment? The thing is, if the Fed keeps raising and keeps raising and keeps raising, eventually mortgage interest rates will go up. So I think we're going to see a lot of volatility there still. Because you've got the Fed going in one direction, but you've also got demand kind of sliding. We saw right here in Northwest Indiana 9% fewer home sales for the month. So I'll finish this with some advice. I'll try to remember to breathe during the advice section, so I maybe quit this yawning spell that I'm having all of a sudden. First advice is going to be for sellers. Like I was saying a moment ago, you need to try a little bit harder. Just having the home look a little bit better, maybe replacing a few things to just kind of make your home look expensive. I've written a great post, 19 little things you can do that do a lot to make your home look more expensive. Taking advantage of some of those would be a really good idea because they're really effective. Extremely cost-effective solutions in there to give your home a different aesthetic. Do it pretty easily, do it in a short amount of time, and do it with a low cost. Because I think you're just going to need those things if you're kind of looking for that highest price or that best price. I would also encourage you, if you're thinking about selling, to really think seriously about it. Don't be so worried about the seasonality. I mean, if you don't, you're not going to sell unless you're presented with an offer that you're willing to take. I know the time of year that it is. I assure you there's plenty of buyers that will be coming out. And if you have a great home, the great homes still are selling pretty quickly and they're selling at good prices. The concern is we saw mortgage interest rates increase. We sold a tremendous amount of homes the last few years. Some of those home buyers are going to be really reluctant to make a change. Especially if they bought a home that's already like yours, because they would be turning in a lower interest rate for a higher interest rate. But if mortgage interest rates increase, I do really think it will be affecting home values. We're already seeing it. I do understand home prices increased in every category in Northwest Indiana, which is fantastic. But I know what we felt about the buyer traffic. I know what home buyers are saying. I know how picky home buyers are being about pricing. So if you're thinking about selling, you might really want to jump in front of that and take advantage of that. Because I do think rates might kind of tick upward for the remainder of this year and for like the first half of 23. and then maybe we really start to see things get a little bit better for us. And two, and the next bit of advice is going to be for the home buyers. So home buyers, take advantage of the two things going in your favor right now. You have seasonality going in your favor, and you have market conditions. You have market conditions that are quite a bit more balanced between what favors sellers and what favors buyers. First, let's talk about the seasonality. End of summer, fall, and late fall, very best time of year to buy a house. Fall is better than January and February. There's actually more going on in the real estate market in January and in February and in the early days of March than what there is going on, around Halloween and Thanksgiving. So you've got home sellers out there right now trying to sell their homes. Some of them might be starting to get nervous about the seasonality. These could be great opportunities for you to find a really good bargain or find a really cooperative seller who might be willing to provide some concessions and lower your funds to close to get the home bought. And then the second part of it is just kind of like that whole market conditions. Yeah, we're still seeing some homes sell in a day or two, but they're typically homes that look phenomenal, and the price right out of the gate kind of seems like a little bit of a bargain. It's like a really, really, really fair price. A lot more homes are sitting on the market, 2 weeks, 30 days, 40 days, which, sell a home in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, historically that's still pretty darn quick. But it's just becoming a more balanced environment in the marketplace right now. So, and then lastly, for home buyers, all this discussion about interest rates and things like that. Here's the thing. Okay, if you go out and buy a house right now, and interest rates are in the upper 5s to the low 6s, you gotta say to yourself, what's gonna happen if interest rates change? Okay, so I buy a house today, I sign in the high 5s or low 6s. If interest rates go up, well, if you got a fixed rate loan, what do you care? Your housing costs are locked because you have a fixed rate mortgage. So if interest rates go to 7, 8, 9%, not really your problem. If interest rates stay the same, well, then all you're doing is building equity in the home, and you're paying what you should be paying for an interest rate because you bought today and the interest rates aren't really changing at all. So now you're in the home ownership column, you're building equity in an asset which typically increases in value over time, and you're in a really good position. Third thing is, what if interest rates fall? Well, if interest rates fall, and you buy today and interest rates fall in the future, is so long as you can qualify for the mortgage in the future, you can just go refinance. Then you get to refinance your home loan, and you'll have a lower house payment because the cost to borrow the money is less. And I will tell you this because I know that this is a near certainty. If home prices, if the next economic situation occurred that caused the Federal Reserve to change directions, and all of a sudden mortgage interest rates drop to the low 4s or to the high 3s, or even the low 3s like we were seeing in 2020 and parts of 2021, home prices will take off again, just like a rocket again. Nothing has changed from 6 months ago about how tight the housing market is in the United States. Yes, we have more inventory, but we still don't have enough of the right homes for what buyers at different stages of life and different income levels are looking for. I mean, drive around a neighborhood, drive around your city or town here in Northwest Indiana, and you point to me the last neighborhood that was built this year or last year, selling homes, brand new homes, for $240,000. They don't exist. So there's a tremendous amount of homes that people are still going to desire because we're just not putting enough new inventory, like new homes, to keep up with the population growth and the number of people at the key demographic ages to be buying homes. There's not enough input going in there of things that don't already exist. The new homes we are seeing come to Northwest Indiana are typically 325 plus, and even those are pretty far and few. Most of them are $400,000 or $500,000 homes. So, home buyers, quit standing on the sidelines. I just think you guys are making the biggest mistake ever right now. It's a really, really good time to buy. I know the interest rate's not what it was 2 years ago. That was kind of a fluke. Maybe one day those days will come again, or maybe they never will. For all we know, maybe 5 3/4 is a great, we might look back today at a rate of 5 3/4 and say that's an amazing rate because 2 or 3 years from now, rates are 7, 8, 9, 10%. Who knows? Timing the market is incredibly challenging and probably isn't what you should be doing. It's just a speculative exercise. Now I'm just rambling on about nonsense. Hey, my name is Chuck Vanderstel. I'm a real estate agent in Northwest Indiana. If you like this video and you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel so you can get alerts when we put up more videos and more future trend reports. If you're watching this on Facebook, like the Facebook page. If you want to talk about anything real estate, reach out to me. I think my contact info should be available on the Facebook page and on the YouTube channel. You can go to quadwalls.com. That's quadwalls.com, QUADWALLS.com. We've got contact forms all over the place. You can search for homes, you can read articles about different areas, read posts about different neighborhoods, and you could see our app and start to download that. That's a great way to take your home search with you. Just anything you want to do real estate, we can help you out with. So feel free to